Greetings, Brock Splash here with another vague review, but this time it's a video that I've seen a few days ago. It's called Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. Now, I was skeptical about this film because of the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman. He was the face of the Black Panther, a very good actor. So I didn't know how this movie was going to do. And I was pleasantly surprised. This was a good movie. Hands down. The acting was great. Special effects were good. It was good. It's the main plot is, I'll just give you the big pointers. T'Challa is already dead in the very beginning. Shuri tries to save him. It doesn't work. So they were able to honor his passing and at the same time show such a huge impact it made on the entire Wakanda. So the big points are, T'Challa wanted to open up friendly relations with the other countries, with Wakanda. He wanted to extend a hand. The Queen didn't want. I would say she's grieving. She just closed off all communications with everyone outside Wakanda, so they have no idea what's going on inside. The few people who do know, they try to take vibranium, so it made her even more, I don't want to say hostile, but defensive to other people. And the other part is, Namor wants to team up with Wakanda. Why? Because Namor's people has vibranium, Wakanda has vibranium, and I'm assuming Namor sees in Wakanda what he sees in his own underwater kingdom. It's not Atlantis. I think it's called Talonek. I am probably most likely butchering that name, but I guess they're both defensive of outsiders. They want nothing to do with anyone else but their own country, and they have vibranium, which is the main point. He wants to team up with Wakanda to literally kill and take over the entire planet. Basically a ruler. And Wakanda doesn't really want that. So their point is to try to find a scientist that can create a vibranium detector, because Namor wants her dead. You're not supposed to know it's a she, just a scientist. Turns out to be Riri Williams, who's just a kid, teenager, but she's extremely smart. I would say Tony Stark, Iron Man level smart. They tried, Shuri and Okoye, I hope I'm putting that name right, try to rescue Riri. It doesn't work out. Namor's people arrive, take her, and take Shuri, who wants to go with Namor's warriors to make sure Riri is safe. Okoye gets back to Wakanda. She's stripped of her rank because she couldn't protect Shuri. Personally, I didn't like that. Okoye did the best she could, but it's Queen of Wakanda, what can you do? And then they enlist the help of another lady who, I can't remember her name. I believe she was T'Challa's wife. She's like a spy, and the Queen of Wakanda sends her to go retrieve Shuri from Namor's kingdom. And she is really good at it. She sneaks in, grabs Shuri, and they leave. Before that happens, though, Namor tells Shuri about his people, how they came to exist. It was a flower, apparently, and it made them turn into, I'm going to call them blue-skinned avatars. Because Avatar the movie just came out, and I see blue-skinned people, I'm going to think Avatar. Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, so in the process of trying to get Shuri out of the underwater kingdom, she kills one of Namor's people who tried to kill Shuri. So Namor is furious. He sends a few of his warriors into Wakanda, makes a lot of destruction, and he himself is taking out the I want to call them airplanes, but they're like, I guess, battle planes. He takes them out by himself. He kills the Queen of Wakanda and tells them that he'll come back with more soldiers if they don't come over to his side. And I would admit, I thought Namor was just going to try to take over entirely, because the Wakanda already made it pretty obvious they don't want to join him. So I assumed he would have just came in by force, but he has a motive. So Wakandians go to the mountains, which are, don't remember the name, but it's snowy mountains, and you could just tell that everyone's just feeling down. They're feeling defeated. They lost their queen. Their home's been destroyed. Namor is going to come back with more soldiers. And Shuri realizes that the only way to get these people to feel hope again is to use the Black Panther mantle again. The problem is, to be the Black Panther, you need to take a special herb. And unfortunately, when Killmonger, the previous movie, became the Black Panther, he destroyed all the herbs. I guess so he'll be the only one. So Shuri finds a way to recreate that herb using a cool looking 3D printer and a piece of the herb that Namor had given her. And she would create her own flower. Now, and with this, she was able to become the new Black Panther, give hope to her people, and they had a plan to take out Namor. They used a giant, I'm gonna call it a giant Wakanda boat in the middle of the ocean to draw Namor's people to them. Then Shuri got Namor into a ship that's literally like a giant heater, because Namor's power is with water. When he's in water, he has a power pulp. Outside of water, the more he dries up, he gets weaker and weaker. So Wakandans are fighting off the water people. Namor's fighting Shuri one-on-one on dry land. And even when getting stabbed with a pole, Shuri manages to beat Namor and convinces him to give up the fight and just embrace peace, because she did not want to kill him. And Namor agreed. And yeah, Wakanda and Namor's people are now at peace. But it's not really there. Namor is pretending to get this peace, because even though he lost, he believes that this can be salvaged, that he can still take them out. And Shuri embraces the new Black Panther title and finds out that T'Challa had a son who he kept in secret because he didn't want his child to be involved in Wakandan affairs. The kid's cute. Okay. So that's the whole gist of the movie. Now, personally, I liked it better than the first movie. I'm going to be straight up, I did not like the first Black Panther movie. But on this movie, I was pleasantly surprised. I liked it. Shuri's progression in character. She did not really believe much in spirit. She felt down. She was always holed up in her lab. She didn't want to do anything with anyone. And Namor's involvement forced her to get more and more involved and embrace the Black Panther Manta. And not because she wanted it, but because this movie showed you that she used it to help her people. And you see the strength in Namor. This guy is strong. He has tiny little wings on his legs, but he can use them to fly in the air. Looks funny, but he looks cool doing it. That's all that matters. Riri, with her new armor, it looks cool. Looks dope. It's not the same armor in the comics, but for what it is in this movie, I like it. Unfortunately, she couldn't keep it though. Okoye has some cool armor too for the battle. I don't know if she'll keep that, because that armor's too OP. If it's vibranium, how can you damage it? That's like wearing Captain America's shield as a body armor. Nothing can really cause damage except other vibranium tools, or Thanos' fancy sword. Let's see what else. I mean, there were parts I didn't like, but it didn't ruin the movie for me. I really like this, and I would not mind a third movie for this. My other thing is personal. When I first saw Shuri in the Black Panther suit, I kept thinking, she has a big head, skinny body. But man, when she fights, oof, she's taking out Namor's warriors left and right. Good fighter. So yeah, that's my vague review for Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. Thank you for listening to my crackly audio and my vague, sometimes misinformation. And what'd you guys think? Who saw the movie? Thought it was good? Didn't like it? Let me know. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.